performance computing. And this is the definition is actually it's just a powerful computer and or multiple powerful machine working together and optimized for scientific and engineering workloads. The components for HPC cluster, it includes both GPUs and CPUs and lock-in system and also a scheduler. So each one of you should have 25 gig GB of memory, and this is the architecture of our HPC system. So the original designs I have built a web interface for this HPC. However, I think you might find it pretty difficult to use. So therefore, for this class, I was first introduce the command line method to get into this HPC cluster. Each student will have 25 gigabytes of memory. If your project requires more computation power and more memory, we will hopefully to get more resource for your project, including buying more memory or buying more GPUs for your project. We will evaluate what your project needs and try to advise what you can actually get. So I will be installing all the critical libraries, for example, PyTorch or CUDA. So I've already installed all the libraries for your group. If you need more libraries, please tell me and I will install them for you. So all students will be using the same or similar sets of libraries. Of course, Hugging Face. And for the GPUs, each one of you will be assigned. You can actually request 2 GPUs per session. If you need more, please tell me and I will increase the quota for you all. And also depends on if you all want to train a really large model, please ask me and we will see if we can buy more GPUs for each group. And of course, we have talked about the 32 CPU cores and 64 gigabyte RAMs. Okay, so the computation power of this HPC system is 4 NVIDIA cards. And again, if you need more, please tell me. And the software stack, we will be teaching PyTorch in this course. Okay, and of course, other machine learning libraries like Pandas and SQL. So, so this will be shared among each one of you, and the HPC is actually a scheduler. So I will demonstrate what a scheduler means. It actually, so if it's used up all its resource, it will schedule the next job and you have to wait in the queue. Okay. So in class, I will try to demonstrate the workflow, and you can run your actual job during the weekend. Okay, so how do I build this HPC server? Some of you might want to build an HPC server by yourselves, and I recommend reading Slurm, which is what the system built. Slurm is actually stand for Simple Linux Utility for Resource Management Schedule. So it's simply schedule different jobs. Who manages who's get what and when, and it helps you to enforce the fair share policy. So if you will be working in a data center, you can install Slurm across the server and set up your own HPC. But for this course, due to time limit, I have already set up this one. And okay, so it's just it uses these kind of rules to assign resources. So if new users, it have higher priorities. Heavy users, it will have lower priority, and this should make sure everyone get their turn. Okay. So there are two ways to execute run jobs in this server. Today we will be demonstrating a job scheduling command, which is called sbatch, which will execute a Linux script called job, and it will be input to this Slurm scheduler, and it will queue the job. So queuing the job, and it will run run the bad jobs later. Of course, if you are in development mode, you want to have quick access to a GPU, there is another pathway. But because if all 32 students use this pathway, you will be all waiting. So we will be teaching, today we will be teaching this one first, and you can submit the job during the week. Okay, so your account information, the access is actually ailm.edu.hk. However, you need to change the initial password. So the initial password is you need to use the command line to change the initial password first before you can access through the web interface. Okay, so for Windows user, you can use Windows key plus R, which will enter the line of this is for Windows user. For Mac users, you can use command space and type terminal and press enter. Okay, so before you are going to do anything, I want you to think of a password, because when you going to log in through the shell, the first thing it asks you is to change your password. Okay, so let me go to Moodle. Let me go to Moodle and go to course. Okay, and there is a student login. Okay, student login in this tab. Okay, so make sure you are using the correct username, because we will be changing the password. So I want you to pause in here and think of a password first and then write it down. Because if you changed the password and you forgot the password, and I have to change it back for you. So be careful for the first one. So make sure that you are not changing others people's password. So make sure that you are, once you have thought of a password, you have to remember that password. So I will give you a minute to think of a password first. Okay. Because if you have screwed up this step, I will need to do 32 times update password. Okay, so make sure that you have think of a new password. I'll give you a minute to think of a password. Okay, please do not log into the interface. Okay, let me repeat again. Please do not go to this website. So please do not go to. So please do not go to this website first. Please do not go to this website first. Okay. Let me repeat. Please do not, because the first time you need to change the password. Therefore, this interface will not let you to change the password. So all I want you to do is think of a password first. Once you have thought of a password, please raise your hand. Anyone thought of a password? No. Okay. If you have not thought of a password, please raise your hand. Okay. If you have thought of a password, please raise your hand. Okay. Okay. So. Okay. Okay. So. For those who already thought of the password, please open the terminal and copy. Do not copy this 50. I want you to type in to the Excel the username that you get in the Excel. So let me demonstrate it once. Once you have thought of the password, go to terminal. So I'll demo this using an account who have not updated password yet. So SSH is the same, student, and you need to check the Excel file to see what number you got. Okay. So I will take. Liu Chuan. Okay. Because I've seen you very confused. Okay. So if you are Liu Chuan, you type 16, right? Sorry, 19 in here.
Yes.
So if you are Guo Gachi, I will type 13 in here. Okay. So if you like Jinsa, I will type 21. Okay. So because I'm doing the demo here, I'll be using 45. Okay. So do not type 45 in the terminal. Okay. So I will give you a minute to type this.
喺 Moodle
So you have to find
Moodle
your
有
own
個
number.
login 嘅 Excel，係呢個，跟住
你係33。
係啊，我自己平咗呢張。
So I haven't also. I will redo the steps. So the command is SSH space student student and find your own number. Okay. I will be using 45. Okay. So and then the next symbol is an aillm.eduhk.hk. Okay. Let me enlarge this one. From the PowerPoint, it have a different account called 50. Okay, from the PowerPoint, we have a different account called 50. And then in here, I'm going to using student 45 as a demo. Okay. Anyone lost? No? Okay. So be careful for the next step. The next step is that we're going to type the password for everyone. So every account should have the initial password for HPC 2025 exclamation mark. Okay. So now I'm going to press enter. And then it will ask me for the password. So I will type capital letter H, capital letter P, capital letter C, and then 2025. And then exclamation mark. And okay. So if you type the password correctly, it should ask you the current password. So I want all of you to pause here and wait until everyone completes the page.
time out。
唔係你上次好似都係不嬲嗰個。
係，我知點解，應該係我覺得係公司電腦。
呢個公司。
我自己嗰部平兩張。
都係 VPN 㗎嘛。
So
我覺得我呢個電腦。
係有啦，撳翻 yes 就得啦喎，撳翻 yes。係啊，今日你係咪 continue connecting？
okay, so I
唔係你
haven't
撳 yes 佢先會叫你撳
apart
password。
from the SSH apart from the SSH student 45 AILM.edu.hk and then in this screen, the first thing it asks you is the current password. Okay, so you have to retype the current password, which is HPC 2025 exclamation mark.
佢唔比較大，打唔到字喎。Permission denied.
So I want to pause here. I think I will repeat this step one more time.
得啦。
Repeat this
我
step.
要重唔係要重新打嗰條 link 落去，之後再 enter 佢就 password 就得係啦。但我打唔到字
Okay, so
我知啊，不嬲唔顯示㗎，
password 唔顯示，唔係打唔到。
please do not go faster than me.
即係 password 唔
I've
顯示。
heard so many access denied and access denied. I think you are way ahead of me, so let me repeat. SEUDENT.
我得啦。
Please do not go faster than
而
these
家
steps.
current password 要你改
So I'm
password，
going to
呢個就
choose
新嘅，
呢個
45.
舊嘅。
呢個舊嘅哦。但係睇唔到就好陰濕。我點知？或者 new
係啦，而家就再打兩次，可以嗎？
And then press enter. The first password that I'm going to set is HPC 2025 exclamation
可唔
mark.
可以唔改？可唔可以一樣？咁啊唔使記，唔會錯。咁改呢種，哎要要哎啱
So you should see the screen. And this will ask you to type the current password. So now I'm proceeding to type the same password again. So HPC 2025 exclamation mark.
唔得 delay
So after this, it will ask me a new password. Okay. So now, please type the password that you have already thought of.
應該唔得。我見你 creation delay。
係咯係咯，
creation delay。
佢已經
會頭先打嗰陣時打過嘅隔離。
我唔知喎，佢嘅打一次嘅啫喎，他實唔係咁做。
So after I type the password once, you should see the screen. So I will pause here in here for you to type the password.
我都唔得喎，我翻出嚟咁啊，英文，我都唔識。
不需要特殊符号，没有好的，记住了吗？
我記得啊，都係全部人。
Okay.
即係唔好啦，唔知啊，
唔係佢 password
So after changing the password,
啊，你即係唔記得咗出
咩唔係
see
我用翻呢啲入得我都唔
connection
記
to
得。
我真係第一次打機會
AILLM.
佢食錯咗個仔啊！
冇問題啊
Close.
又再冇問題啦，
冇問題咩？頭先唔得嘅。
得咗。
You should see password updated successful.
誒
Okay.
失敗咗。
So I think I would want to make sure everyone is on the same page. If you have successfully updated the password, please raise your hand.
點解頭先講到？我都未改。
And if you have not
我以為
successfully
呢個使唔使
updated
錄
the
啊？
password,
呢
please
個
raise your
呢個唔
hand.
使錄啦。
錄緊。
成功舉手，
唔成功。
成功不成不
Oh,
成功，
okay.
使唔使錄啊？你使唔使停？哦，唔係你改 password。
沒有。
Okay. So
好似得。
So everyone has the password changed. Okay, so we will try to log in with the password that you have just changed. Okay, so what we are going to do is do the same. SSH to the please remember the password that you have changed. Okay. We are going to log in again. So SSH student, I'm going to use 45 to demo AILM.EDUHK.HK. And then I'm going to type the password that you have just changed. That I've just changed. Okay, then you should see, if you successfully log in, you should see welcome HPC EDU cluster. Storage quota is 25 gigabytes. GPU access is with Slurm jobs. And you should see these actually restrictions. The restriction is this quota is around 25 gigabytes. Hold on. 自己個 reset 15啊，係嘛？20 OK，可能用住34咯。Okay. So please remember the password that you have just typed. Okay. So once you have logged in, you should see these kind of current cluster policies. Okay. Okay, so I'm going to walk through some basic Linux navigation command. So pwd is print the working directory. It's basically saying where am I. Okay, so I'm going to do it here. pwd. Okay. pwd says I'm in the home directory of student 45. And ls is actually listing what you have in the directory. So I have a folder called LLM workspace. And if I want to change the directory, like change, similar to in Windows, when you're changing directory, you just click into the folder, right? Just click into the folder. If I want to change the directory in Linux, I need to type the actual folder name and with a cd. So you can cd LLM workspace, and then you change into this working directory. Okay. So to go back up, to go up one directory, you can type dot and go back, go one folder up. Similar in here, you just click this one. So this one will help you to go up one directory. Okay, and then when you are not sure that what account that you're logging in, you can type who am I. So who am I? So I'm student 45. Okay, and host name is what machine that I'm on. Host name. So I'm on the AAI LLM. Okay, so some command that you might want to know, but it is not. You might find it helpful. So if I type listing all the files in the directory and with a slash or LH, and it will show you these sorts of information. Essentially, it says, so this is the permissions directory. So the D here refers to the directory. So it have a DRWXR -XR -X. So to decode this, D refers to the file type. It is called directory, and it would be a regular file. And this character refers to the permission. So the owner permissions, the group permissions, and other permissions. These are quite important because you are logged into the same server and you do not want others to delete your files. So because each account have their own permissions, therefore you can view these kind of permissions in this folder. So this is just for your reference. Okay, so I'm going to pause here for a bit. Any questions? Okay, no? And I will go on, move on. So because of all the projects might need different software versions, there is a module system which controls the software or the library that you install in the environment. In this course, I have installed all the library and software for you. If you need extra libraries, please let me know and I will install them for you. However, you need to load those environments into your current working space. So these are the commands that you can load different software libraries. Just let you know you can use AI to actually write this command for you. Okay? But I just want to know. I just want you to know these are the commands that you can view all the libraries. So first, let me try all the commands. Module available. So this is actually the default model, and the module available is for this course is this one. So you can load this module to have access to all the libraries. So I will type module load LLM stack latest. Okay, so these are the modules that we will be using in this course. Of course, PyTorch, transformers, and GPUs. Okay, and you can list the module that you are what is load, and you can cancel all the modules that you do not want to load. These are the references when you are working in the, when you submit your jobs, you can view the status. And, okay, so you can see other people's job, you can see what other people submitting, but you cannot cancel other people's job because it's restricted by the system. And these are the commands that you can see to view what is the current status of the HPC server. Okay, so in order to demonstrate what an actual job submitting is look like, I'm going to submit my first GPU job. Okay. Please don't try this now. You can try this later at home. So the job that I'm going to submit is in Moodle called GPU test job. So the explanation of what GPU test job is in this document. So essentially, you'll be submitting a .sh file. .sh file refers to the Linux automating command file, which you can generate using AI. So this is testing the GPU, essentially for testing the GPU usage. It's a Slurm batch script designed to test GPU allocation, blah, blah, blah. Okay. So the first line is specify this script. It should be executed using the shell. So execute using the shell in here. And job specification. So the purpose is to identify your job easily. So be very specific for this name. So S badge means the job name. So you have to name your job in order to find it by yourselves. And then the output file. So because there will be output printing statements and all sorts of outputting in Python script, you should name what the output file is. After running the script, the output file should be, you can view the output file in the directory that you are in. So if your script contains any errors, you should be seeing this in this file. And so it's written in %J refers to the job ID. So each job submitted to the HPC system will automatically assign the ID for the job. And this will be, this file name will replace this symbol here. Say if the job ID is 12345, then the output file name will be GPU test 12345. Okay. So, and the location, it will locate in the directory where you ran the S batch. So you can set the time limit and for demonstration, this script runs around 20 minutes. The maximum that you can submit is 8 hours. If you want more, please let me know that your job needs more time. Okay. So you can set for 2 hours a day or 3 days. Okay. So SBatch, generated resource scheduling is equals to the GPU, which is the partition that I named for the HPC server. One means request one GPU. If you need 2 GPUs running your script, you can set it to 2. And so these are the output that you'll be seeing in the out file, or in the terminal, sorry. In the terminal, in the out file. In. So what we have just learned is to module load the environment. So this line is what we have just tried. You load all the necessary library that you will need to run the script. Then VDSC is the GPU allocations. And the script actually says run GPU for 20 minutes. And what it does is to import torch, import time, and print out all the GPU informations. So the PyTorch version, which is fixed in this course, and CUDA available. So you will be knowing whether CUDA is available. Essentially, the GPU is available. So GPU name of the script, and then it will go on to actually multiply 2 random matrix again and again for 20 minutes. Okay, so every 2 minutes it will print out a status. So this is very important to keep track of when your code breaks. And finally, we'll be printing out the statement. So this is essentially what the script does actually work in the code. So for more information, you can read the PDF file. Okay, so now let me run the script and see if it actually runs. Okay. So I'm going to create the script in here. Just going to paste the script. You do not need to follow this step. You can try this step at home. So I'm going to create a script called GPU test job sh. So then I'm going to paste all this content into the server. Paste all the content into the server. So now I have all the content in the server, and hopefully it runs without any bugs. Okay. Yes. So just to make sure that I've got the actual script, I can cat. So now I have the script on the server. Now the next step is to make the script executable, ch change mode plus X. Okay, so this command is just making the script executable. Do not worry if you cannot follow. We will go through this again in the next lesson. Okay, so we now have the script that is executable, and we will try to submit the script to the job schedule. So this is successfully submitted to the batch job called 24 with the job ID 24, and you can view the job. So in here, these are the commands to view all jobs. This is to view only your job. Okay. So let's view all the jobs and see if the actual job has been submitted. So now I see my job is actually running in the server with a job ID, partition is GPU, name is GPU test, I'm student 45, the status is R. So R in here means running. So currently executing on GPU. And if it's completed, it will show CD. If it is stopped by me, it will show CA. So if please do not write any malicious code to the HPC server, and I will try to stop the code. Okay. Failed means encounter an error, and pending means waiting for resources. Okay. So now I see the actual job submitted. Let me try to submit with another account and then view it to see if the jobs actually will stack. So I will be logging using student 50 and submit another job. So now I've submitted another GPU jobs using student 50, and now let's view the queue in. So now I can see another student is just submit another job. So in here you can see whether your job is get executed. So 25 to submit, the job is 24. So if you are doing the homework, please wait patiently until other people submit their jobs. Okay. Okay. So in the PowerPoint slides, I demo 5 students submit their job. If all 4 GPUs get occupied, the 5th one will be waiting. Okay, so and then you can view the output and the error of the script. So we can view the script output and script error. Because I've already tested, so you can see the GPU test error and GPU test out. Okay. So, any questions? if no, I want you to try to submit the job, your first job now. Okay. So I will be using a new account to. I will be using this account actually. Okay, in order to create the file, let me remove this file first. Okay, so I've just removed the GPU test job script, and let me create the GPU test job.sh again. So I'm going to type nano.
咁我要 create 應該係嗰間咧，即係佢而家淨係
nano and then GPU test job.sh.
咁我係要係 upload 以前有個 document，
This is essentially creating the script that you want to run. So you choose the file name.
跟住佢俾咗個名你叫 GPU。
And then I'm going to. This file is available in the Moodle. So you go to the Moodle and download the file and open it with a text editor. So let me go to Moodle.
GPU test 入邊有晒啲數碼喺度。
So the script is actually in GPU test job.
你可以 copy 呢個 Ctrl C， 跟住去翻頭先嗰度，跟住取消咗啲，跟住咧 right click 係啦就係。
GPU test job.
而家呢個係 create 緊呢個 file， 開咗佢，咁冇嘢嘅，咁佢而家就做緊呢個步驟，咁佢而家咧就叫你。
And I can open it with Notepad.
你嗰
In Windows it's Notepad. And in Mac you have another text editor.
頭先我未換翻，
Okay, so this one, and then I copy the whole
同埋呢
code.
咁佢咪有呢個
test job 記得 test job 好似
So these are the configuration, and this part is actually the Python script for doing matrix multiplications.
跟住再下低嘅
So
跟住打
let me
Notepad
copy all the code here, go back to the terminal, and then paste it in here. For Windows, pasting is actually clicking the mouse, right click with the mouse.
係啦，咁就得。咁跟住咧，佢
right
下
click 就
低有啲
paste 咗
paste 咗㗎啦，係啊，全部 Linux 嗰個 environment 都係。
Okay, and then I will
咁而家
exit
就
the
叫你 exit 教佢。
text editor using Control X. So I think in Mac is Command X. So
Yes.
Control X means exit. So I type Control X, and then it will ask me if I save
咁跟住
modify the
你
buffer.
係之前咧，佢有個方法咧係叫你用 touch 去開個 file 嘅。
And then file name to write, and then I will just press enter.
即係 create 個 file touch 啦。
So after these 4 steps, you should getting a file in
呢
here.
個 file 射入嗰個 file， 咁佢就會將呢個 content 抽入去，你 touch 咗個 file。
LS 睇下睇個 folder 有啲咩？
你哋未學
So in order to submit the job,
咁而家呢
you
嚿嘢
just
其實
type
create 咗
as
喺個
batch,
相信佢已經喺度嘅。
and
咁
then
有咩用呢個 create 咗呢個 file 做咩？
咁呢個就係嗰個 SH 嘅 shell 嚟，shell script 嚟。 即係話你係去行呢個 file 咧，咁我而家教緊嘅，叫做 dispatch 要行呢個 file。
Command for submitting the
係啦，
script to the HPC server is S.
enter。你出咗去啦，咁你而家咧就可以跟住佢咁咯 ，dispatch。
So see the whole
我諗住跟住打個
so
車
when
去
you
查佢呢個
唔使嘅，咁咧你就可以向上漸進啦。咁而翻上去咧，你唔行呢路嘛，咁你就
咁一樣。
係啦，咁你跟住就
你已經入咗未？
so I see
你應該要 create 一個 file。
咁去查下咯。
咩叫 S 我就行 S
係啊，
okay so 1 2 so generally submitted the file and in order to view the state
佢 nano 跟住呢個
試多次。
然之後就貼晒啲嘢上，跟住就 run 啦。
冇打到啊。
貼晒嗰個 Moodle 嗰塊嗰啲 coding 個 S。
攞 Nano 就係一定會錯嘅，因
用
為
Notepad 方面嘅。
抄咗唔費事打錯。
嗯。
okay so PE means pending so you'll be waiting for other students to submit
你頭先
咁你見唔見呢個？
我就打咗個
我哋再咧攞多一次啦，
你 create 嗰個
跟住再上翻去。
我翻我
咁我呢個完全
Moodle 有一個 file。
我後面要打個字咧。
呢個 nano 嘅意思即係 create 呢個，跟住咧佢就會
咧就係之後再有一個新版面，就將啲仔貼晒落去，跟住撳 Exit Save 咁樣就會搞掂呢嚿嘢。之後下一步就係
或者排有啊，
即係
佢都排咗晒，試下先。佢有個
不過有 check 嘅，佢有個 prompt 去 check 嘅。唔知咩 SQ
呢個就個 file 名，即係要整呢 SQ，或者多咗
即係知道晒有邊個加過。
哦，enter，呢個 save，
我睇下。
我再問下 save 唔 save？
睇唔到㗎，係啊。
so for the next lesson for the lesson I want you to organize
你頭先向上咗啦嘛，呢個係啦。
and we will talk more about this in next lesson. So I think that's it for today's class. If you have any problem, please ask. Okay, thank you.
你有冇 download 咗嗰份嗰個 PDF 咧？係
我冇 download 到。
佢有一個咧就係叫你 SBash 嘅，琴晚係出翻你自己嗰個，我根本就沒放在那邊。我有一個出翻你個 SBash 行緊嘅頭先。
係啊，
係咯，submit 咗啫。
要 submit 先 check 㗎嘛。
係啊，但係
冇啦，呢個
佢最咁即係唔係呢個佢好早㗎，好早㗎。
我因為 check 係有冇嘛。
係啊係啊，問你。
之後佢有之後係零咁樣咯。
都唔係呢個，去翻頭先嗰份拍檔。module 嗰度，module 嗰度，跟住
之後先 remove
先有一個 SQ 啦，呢個 copy 個客 SQ。
呢個唔得啊！佢唔俾我 add， 咁樣。
係啊，我做 C。
呢個係 C 嘅 job，即係我做 V。
我哋仲喺度嗰個 script 嘅部分。
咁我應該點做？
這個是你 student 这个就是裸拍，因为大家平时都在拍这个，就用我上次
唔緊要啦，你唔好笑住，看中
就是这样，已經成功。
啊 X 啦。